Hello YouTube and welcome to another MikroTik tutorial. So in this video I'm going to show you how to configure your MikroTik router as a DNS server. So are you ready? Let's get started. So as you have seen on the previous videos, we have configured actually a client to use our MikroTik router as a gateway. So let's verify that, okay? So here I am logged in to my actually Mint Linux, which is Linux box that I use for testing, okay? So as you can see here, I issued command route -n in order to see which gateway I'm using. And indeed, as you can see here, I'm using .20.20, which is the IP address of my MikroTik router. So okay, so I have fully functional actually internet connection here. So if I ping, for example, the Google DNS server, I get a response, okay? And let's try also to resolve a domain name, for example, google.com. So you can see also it can resolve domain names, okay? So let's see actually the configuration of this Linux box. So here if I go to actually edit connections to see the connection that I'm using here, so I go to configure here. So you can see here I'm using IPv4 addresses. So this is the IP address of my Linux box, which is .20.21, and here I entered as a DNS server the Google DNS server, which means that actually I can resolve domain name using this DNS server, okay? So I can change that, for example, and use the Cloudflare DNS server, okay, which is very famous also and very easy to remember, which is .1.1.1, okay? So let's see that. So with the Google DNS server, I can still actually, for example, resolve domain names, okay? But let's say that I want actually to use my MikroTik server as a DNS server. So let's change that here on the edit connection. So I will edit my connection and I'll try to replace this Cloudflare DNS server by the IP address of my gateway, which is my MikroTik router, which is, as you may know, 192.168.20.20. okay, so let's save that and let's try to resolve a domain name, for example Google. But in order to actually bypass some cached information of my Linux box, I will use the command nslookup, which is actually will give up more information about which server I'm using, okay? So as I told you here, I'll try to resolve this domain name google.com, but here I will use my MikroTik router, which is .20.20. Here we go. So you can see here I have communication error. So I didn't actually find a DNS server on this address. But if I use, for example, here the Google DNS server, I can resolve it. Here we go. You can see that I get some response here, okay? Or if I use the Cloudflare DNS server, I also get a response because I can resolve domain name. So how to make actually our MikroTik router act as a DNS server? So it's pretty simple. So remember here we cannot resolve domain name, for example google.com, using this IP address, which is my MikroTik router. So let's actually move to Winbox in order to configure that. So here we go. So here let me log on to my MikroTik router using this IP address. Here we go. So I am in. So you can see the configuration here is pretty simple. So in order to make it act as a DNS server, we go to the menu actually IP, as you can see here, IP, then we find DNS, as you can see here, okay? So here, as you can see, I have already configured the Google DNS server and Cloudflare DNS server. Okay, so you can add whatever DNS server you want. But the most important here option that is not enabled by default is this: allow remote request. So if this option is disabled, your MikroTik server will never resolve actually DNS requests. So let's activate it in order to make it act as a DNS server, and of course allow remote requests. So I will just enable it, as you can see here, and I will apply OK and OK. So now hopefully if we return to our Linux box, we can resolve this domain name using our MikroTik actually as a DNS server. So let's see, and indeed now you can see that we successfully resolved this google.com domain name into an IP address using our MikroTik router. Okay, but you should keep in mind that you have to actually allow that just for your internal network, not for everyone. Okay, so actually we should protect our DNS server using some firewall rules. Okay, so let's move on to our firewall, or actually router, and configure this firewall rules. So first thing first, we can add an address list that consists actually of our network, our internal network. Okay, so this is the command. So here I will add a list, I will call it our LAN, and here I will add the network. So my network is actually 20.0.0/24. Okay, so the address list has been added. You can also configure it using the GUI. If you go to IP, firewall, and if you go to address list, you can see this address list that I have just used, but you can create one simply using here this GUI interface. Okay, so okay, once our LAN address list has been created, we can actually create a rule, a firewall rule, that only allow DNS requests from this LAN network. Okay, so let's do that. So I will paste here another rule. So this is add a chain input protocol UDP, and the destination port is 53, which is actually the well-known port for DNS, and the action here is accept for the address list called LAN, which is our internal network. So as you can see here, this is a rule allow DNS UDP from our LAN, but also it's better to add also allow DNS TCP from LAN. Okay, and it's simple as that. You can see that I have added another rule. The only difference here is the protocol. So for the first one it was UDP, now it's TCP, and here we go. I can validate that, and the two rules has been added. Okay, but we have also to drop DNS request from our WAN, which is critical things to do actually. So you have to add some rules to actually drop DNS request from our WAN network. So the first rule here is of course using UDP port 53. The action this time is drop, so I will drop DNS UDP from WAN network. Okay, and I will add the same thing, but this time for TCP, not UDP. So I will just change here the protocol to TCP, and of course here I will change also the command TCP, the comment actually. Okay, I have here an error. Actually it should not be capital, but just here we go. So we have added our TCP rule to prevent requests from our WAN network. Okay, so if we take a look our table here, our firewall table here, you can see that I have a bunch of rules, and of course the rule that I have added will be placed at the end, okay? But we have actually to pay attention, because here for the firewall rules they are executed from top to bottom, okay? So the order here is very important, okay? So the correct order, simply we have to put this drop everything else, should be the last one, okay? And just above it drop DNS UDP and drop DNS TCP, okay? And of course the allow DNS UDP and allow DNS TCP are above the drop of DNSs, okay? So this is the correct order that you have to keep in order to be correct with the rules, okay? And one last thing that I want to mention is how to force all your internal devices to redirect traffic to your MikroTik, because if you have seen here on my Linux box, so let me see, I can enter whatever DNS I want, okay? So if I go to edit connections, I can go here and still use any DNS server I want. For example, I want to use actually Cloudflare DNS, so I can bypass this MikroTik router as DNS server. So how can we actually force all our client to use MikroTik as DNS server? So we can do that simply using redirect rule in our NAT filter, okay? So you can just use this rule here. So it's a NAT firewall rule, okay? So here I'm adding a chain for this destination NAT. The protocol here I'm using is UDP, okay? And here the action I'm using is redirect, which means that actually I will redirect all UDP DNS traffic to the MikroTik itself, okay? And of course here I will use also TCP, okay, to redirect also the TCP protocol to our MikroTik router, okay? And you can see that if you go to IP firewall and you go to the NAT rules, you can see here that actually we redirect the traffic to our MikroTik itself, so we can be sure that our client will use actually our MikroTik router as DNS server, okay? And also here the order is important, so we have to put this one actually the first one, okay? And the last is the masquerade rule at the bottom. So we'll be sure that we'll force all our client to use actually a MikroTik as DNS server, okay? So that was just a video to show you how you can set up your MikroTik router as DNS server, okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to let them on the comments below. And don't forget to share the video or show it to your friends and leave a comment or like. So as always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.